Pretty sure I remember how to do this. YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl, Jahira, and I'm back. So, it's only been about a year, and I'm really not expecting anybody to necessarily jump in on this live, but the idea of stringing together kind of a like more official video right now is a, a little bit overwhelming. And so I'm attempting to go this route in order to effectively convey that I missed y'all. I missed you very much. There's no getting around that. And you are. Oh. Hi, Jen Niffer. Um, you're definitely owed an explanation. All of you are. And I'm going to offer you that because it has been an egregiously long time. And there were a lot of things that contributed to why it has been such a long time. First of all, I should start by saying I hope that y'all are well. Hi, Katie. Um, once upon a time to go live on YouTube, you had to have this old other site working and like the back and forth and the things and the stuff. And apparently not anymore. So forgive me as I learn this along with y'all. Uh, I don't want to make any excuses as far as why I've been gone, and then there's a whole other conversation that could be had around explanations versus excuses. But like the headline of this story is my sense of time management sucks. It just sucks. Especially when I was living in Louisville, things were significantly easier because I was doing a lot less. This was what I could do. But my life over the past year has been um, steadily siphoning my availability far, far away. And my opportunities for like frivolity have been few and far between. Good to see you too, Shauna. How you doing? Yeah, so I just time has been a thing. I'm still in school. That is still going on. With God's grace, I will have my degree by next May, but I've been plugging through that and just trying to maintain that and work and social connections and just sort of all of that. This medium has steadily like fallen down rungs of the proverbial ladder, which sucks because I love doing this. I love these opportunities. I really do love these lives. I love the opportunity for like real time interaction and stuff like that. That means a lot to me. A lot more so than sort of the format of like make the video, edit the video, upload the video. It's not to say like that won't happen again. It's just time consuming. Whereas this is pretty much stream of consciousness stuff. Jennifer, every single one of your hearts is like miraculous to my soul. Y'all, forgive me if I adjust this headband like 11 times. I just pierced this ear again and I'm sore and I'm trying to like, my hair's in a weird phase right now. I'm calling it the femme lesbian soccer mom phase, where it's kind of a bob, but sort of not, but really layered. And just bear with me. Bear with me and bear with my headband and everything will be fine. Thank you, Katie. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, so it's just been a time thing. And then I can't sit here and not say that the Denise scenario did not affect my desire to be a presence here. I'm not calling that child Nina. That's just what I'm not going to do. Because I don't know Nina. Yeah, it affected it. It affected it. It blindsided me and really threw me for a loop and forced me into a space of saying, like, is this worth it? Is it worth it to be so, you know, emotionally invested and subsequently emotionally like devastated in an outlet through which I'm not even getting paid? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not monetized. I more than likely will not be monetized ever. And so it's one of those, is it worth it? And for a while it wasn't. It wasn't, because I needed to regroup. And quite frankly, I felt like there were people in that scenario who could have defended me who did not. Um, and it sucked. It really sucked. So this year has been a whole lot of school. And through school and through some of my, I hope y'all know or remember, if you will, that hey Ma, what's up? That I am a human service major. And so as a result of one of my fieldwork placements, I did end up becoming certified, if you will, as a domestic violence and sexual assault crisis counselor. And so I now have a job in that field, and I am working at a center offers domestic violence and sexual assault services, survivor services, and I work in the emergency shelter portion of that. Y'all forgive my damn people now want to say hello, because of course, all day long I've heard from no one, but the moment you get on camera. Um yeah, so I'm doing that, and I'm I'm loving it, and I'm horrified by it, and I'm loving it. That is the best and only way that I can describe it. Actually, I told my mother, like, this is the best stress I've ever felt in my life. So make of that what you will. I mean, these are stories that, some of these stories, if movies were written about them, no one would believe it. That's the honest to God truth. Um, but I feel extraordinarily humbled and exceedingly blessed to be able to bear witness to some of the worst moments of these survivors' lives, knowing that, the potential is there for the worst of it to be over. And that at least in my presence, in that moment where we are sitting down together discussing all of this, they are safe. It is hugely impactful to be able to be there for that moment. Um, so I'm still in pursuit of this degree. Like I said, May will happen. And then I'm going on to my bachelor's, and I'm really looking at getting a bachelor's in women, gender, and sexuality studies. Oh my God, y'all support. I can't. All of you get hugs. Hugs for everyone, hugs and soup. I just think soup helps. I'm just saying. But yeah, so that's where I am. And I'm grateful for it. But it was, it's been a hell of a year. There was a there was a pretty devastating breakup that took place that turned out not to be so much of a breakup as a break. And I, the status of that has yet to be determined, but I'm in a good space as far as the person that I'm in communicate as far as Michael and I are concerned. And my mother's fine, all of that as well. But I really just wanted to come back and say hi and say, I'm around. I don't know. Like, I feel weird about the whole other social media plug thing, because this is not one of those stories where I'm like fishing for followers and stuff like that. But like, for those of you who are, a part of like my Instagram life, or who view my public posts on Facebook or something like that, I'm around. I'm still talking my shit. It's just I have much more of a confined space in which to do that in. I can't necessarily like create this whole, platform for that kind of thing to happen. But I'm alive and well and available for all of your bat mitzvahs and funerals. I'm just playing. Anyway, so I do want to talk about one thing. I was gonna make this a separate video, but like, since I'm here, hello, Apple Slices. Apple Slices Unite. I really want to know the story behind that name. Badly. Really badly. So yeah. So I was gonna make this a separate video, but it's kind of like, since I'm here, let's talk about it. I wanted to talk about who I'm watching now. And this is something that, like, I feel as though a lot of YouTubers, I mean, maybe there are those who do and I'm just missing it, but like, do we talk about who we're fans of? Because I mean, during this year, I mean, and again, it has been a great year, but it's also been contentious and convoluted, and it's been a lot. I mean, I kind of labeled it the agony and the ecstasy. But there are some YouTube personalities, YouTube contributors, YouTube creators who have really helped me get through. And I don't, of course, you have the usual suspects like Amaru, and who just released some new music, which is fire and should be viewed immediately. I love him. I will always love him. Much love from KY, the Nina that I know, who is basically my left kidney. I was gonna say left lung, but my lungs are shitty. And so like all of the ones that I'm, that you've heard me talk about before, but I really do want to tell you, in case you need the inspiration, or in case you're watching them too, just the folks that are really doing it for me right now. And the first one that comes to mind, I mean, I should say this is random order, but like, you know me, I'm very stream of consciousness. The first one that comes to mind is John McClain. John McClain? We'll go with McClain. I don't know if you know this beauty. I don't know that he would call himself a beauty influencer as much as a beauty commentator. John McClain is a makeup artist and aficionado. And I'm not, I mean, John describes John's self as a man frequently. John is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, androgynous. And I'm looking at you, Shauna, and I'm going, God, I hope I'm not fucking up here. Because I don't know necessarily what John's pronouns are, although John describes oneself as a man. So I'm going to bite the bullet and use he, him pronouns for John. And if I'm wrong, I am so egregiously sorry, and I'm wildly open to correction. So, do y'all see the unicorn in the back? I'm sorry. But I refer to myself as Apple on my channel. The slices are that is the most awesome thing ever. Perfect. Love it, Apple. That is fantastic. So again, John is a makeup artist, makeup aficionado, make of it what you will. And John does tutorials and reviews and interesting things involving furniture, which, as someone who is not a furniture person, I don't fully understand, but appreciate nonetheless. But y'all, that's not even the point, because I mean, makeup artists on YouTube could come a dime a dozen. What makes John like so in a lane completely by himself, ever so slightly, Shauna, we're gonna fight. We're going to fight. Seamlessness. Nah, but John has, see you later, Jen. John has this voice that is like, I can't believe it's not butter. It's just this voice unlike anything I have ever heard before in my entire natural life. It's this lovely, lilting, soothing English accent. And it's just that, like, there are people who basically fall asleep to John on his videos, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And I realize that I'm talking about a voice. So I know I sound slightly nutty. I'm aware of this. But it's just, you have to hear it to understand it. It's like, it's like staring at the ocean or a sunset or something. Like, words do not effectively convey the way that this person's voice has like galvanized a community. It's amazeballs. Please go check out John McClane. Um, who else am I watching? Okay, so I have a hobby, and I guess now is as good a time as any to talk to you about my hobby. So for years and years and years and years and years, I don't think I am deserving of the moniker of a gamer or like a gamer girl. Like, I play video games. I do. I mean, I play video games, I play games on the computer, like, games are kind of my thing. Not in like the super hardcore, like, I'm off to the tournament in Osaka kind of way, but like, I like to game. That's just what I do. So for damn near 2 decades now, I have followed the Sims franchise. And I am a fan of The Sims 4. And I kind of compare it to like the fact that as a child, I never got to play with paper dolls. But in the Create a Sim like section of the game, I'm able to like create these characters and really personalize them and give them outfits. And I love Seasons 2. Oh my God, Shauna, I love it. And mind you, I just got it like 2 nights ago. I just built my first family to play with Seasons. Still working on finding a good house for them though, because I'm not a builder. I'm not somebody who can build I cannot sim construct a house, but I can make the hell out of some characters though. But yeah, so nonetheless, big fan of The Sims. And one of the things that I have found that really relaxes me, and it's like part of my whole self-care routine, is watching creators on YouTube build houses. Through The Sims as a medium. Like, they will construct these houses from the ground up, and they are so expansive and so detailed and so home-like. And like, I'm one of these people that, like, if I can't do a thing, I'm thoroughly impressed with those who can. I'm not a hater in that sense. Like, if you're good at something that I'm not, I want to watch you do the thing that you're great at. So there's this one particular creator of sim builds, and her name on YouTube is Little Simsie, Lilsimsie. And her name is Kayla. She has no idea I'm alive, mind you. But she builds these houses, but and she's great at it. She does let's plays where she's actually playing the game live online, and she does these challenges and like, all things Sims related, and she's very good. She's incredibly good at what she does. But, and this is gonna sound horrible, so y'all forgive me in advance. Little Simsie, aka Kayla, is awkward. She is an awkward girl. And there's just something like every video ends up the same way, where it's like she's hyper focused and she's doing the things and she's talking about what she's doing and she's talking about her inspiration. And then just slowly but surely, she will begin to veer off to the left. And like, yeah, I would just have to watch it to fully understand what I'm talking about. But it's like I watch her because she's incredible at what she does. And then somewhere along the lines of the video, she will just begin to derail. Like, she'll be making a mansion and she's talking about her inspiration. She found it on Pinterest. It's in this kind of style. She's really enjoying it. And then somehow we will go from that to like her sister's bunny rabbits and why they are trying to take over her life. And it's Little Simsie. Y'all, hold on. I'm going to write it right in the comments. Apparently, I can do that now. Yes, Shauna, yes. And it's just like, and by the end of the video, I mean, you're thoroughly entertained, but it is just kind of that moment of like, how the hell did we get here? And she's just, and the thing is, she knows this. She knows she'll be the one to be like, well, this video took a turn for the worse. Clearly, I'm the worst creator ever. She's not. She has this really great, like, self deprecating humor where she's like totally aware that she has gone off the beaten path. But yeah, she's important. She's deeply important. And if you're the kind of person that gets pleasure out of seeing people doing the things that they love, Little Simsie is a great place to go. Who else am I watching? Okay, y'all, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, and God help me. This may require a cigarette. It's like I'm coming out of the closet again, and we covered that when the first Bush was in office. I watch Karina Kaboom. I'm just going to say it. And even that is kind of a lie. I am glued to Karina Kaboom. Karina Kaboom has basically taken the place of like MSNBC in my life. And I understand that like there is this, it's basically like the freaking prime meridian when it comes to Karina Kaboom. Like you're on one side or you're on the other. There is no middle ground. But there is something about Karina's delivery, which again is, you know, super self-deprecating. And like it's this juxtaposition between this like grown woman and a sea of toys behind her. She's got her stuffies, she's got pop animals, there's like Care Bears strewn around. She went through this whole bit with like Kermit, and then Miss Piggy showed up. I realize that I'm not the best at describing things, but like this is a fully articulated adult woman talking about, you know, the sort of like the public snafus amongst YouTubers that occur. She's pretty focused on the beauty community, i.e., Jeffree Star, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, the occasional Nikki tutorials, or Jackie Aina. But I just cannot get enough of her. I literally cannot get enough of her. She is Karina Kaboom has become part of my daily routine. And now it's at a place where like, you know, she's opened up her comments in like the, como se dice, not on her channel, but like, you know, when people try to promote off to the side, people can comment there. And I just enjoy the hell out of her. I enjoy the hell out of her because I do watch Jeffree Star's videos, and yeah, and it's just interesting to see like her take on what's going on behind the scenes. And when, every time she says Uncle Jeffrey, I die just a little on the inside. It's hilarious to me. Hi Jen. Hi Cosmic. Good to see you. Yeah, I agree. Jennifer, I could not agree more. Beauty tutorials and videos have sustained me too. They really have. And it's just, you know, this again, this has not been an easy year. It just hasn't been, you know. Puerto Rico is still recovering in huge ways. And I know that those of you who are in the know that, you know, the numbers and the death toll were grossly underreported. And there's been some difficult things. And just even in my own, you know, up here in my little nowhere, comma, Massachusetts life, you know, I had a classmate earlier this semester in late February pass away of an overdose. And I had never experienced death by that nature before. And that was a really difficult pill to swallow. Really difficult because we were friends. We were friends, and his name was Leo Fitzpatrick, and I'm going to say his name everywhere I can and everywhere I go for the rest of my days because he was one of the truly good ones in this world. And he had a disease, as we know that addiction is, and it is that disease that ultimately took him from us. But one day he'll probably get a dedicated video if I can get through it without sobbing. I adored him and I miss him exponentially. But yeah, Karina Kaboom makes me happy. She just makes me happy. And so, yeah, I mean, it's weird because I know that there's this huge like kerfuffle about drama channels and um lovely T.I. Geo, lovely T, lovely Ty, lovely T.I. Did anyone else just have a vision of like T.I. in a chemise of some? Anyway, the point is, um, cross-dressing rappers, that could be a thing. Actually, that is a thing. What the hell am I talking about? The point is, okay, so y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all. I'm rambling now, but yeah, there are those who have just kind of kept me afloat, and there's also a pretty crazy trend that seems to be hitting YouTube right now, where LGBT creators are getting both their videos demonetized and slashed out of the YouTube. Um, they're getting their videos taken down and removed, and like their channels are getting removed. Jesus mercy. This happened to Ballroom Throwbacks, who I believe successfully fought and won to have his removed. And it also happened to Diamond Styles, which scares the hell out of me because Diamond, um, first of all, is an amazing creator in her own right. And second of all, she is a Black trans woman who brought the issues that Black trans women face to the forefront for the masses, for hundreds of thousands of people. I know that T.S. Sexy Chanel went through the same thing. And it has gotten me to a certain place like, you know, when will the bell toll for me? But I know that what I have here, as small as it is, as comparatively tiny as my little corner of the YouTube world is, I know that it has value and I know that it has worth. And I don't want to take what I've been given for granted. And I don't want to take you people who are brilliant and vibrant and amazing and so vital to my well-being for granted. And if you've ever felt that I did, please know that from the depths of my soul, I apologize. I am godly sorry if I ever came off as though you were forgettable, because you never were. You never ever were. Ooh, I could really get emotional behind that one. Apple, thank you. Thank you. I love you too, Gio. I love you dearly. No, that is really, really, that's important to know, Apple. Yeah, it's bad. Even me, like with my cigarette and like the F word, I don't know how long this thing might, whatever. If it reached anybody, it was still worth it. I'm going to make every effort to make this a more frequent occurrence. And I really do appreciate all of you who hung out with me.